Trump supporters right now. I mean, these folks are losing their minds, and it's because they chose darkness rather than light. Now let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. This is some news that's really grinding my gears. You know, Hunter Biden, ladies and gentlemen, the jury has been seated in his federal trial, and I am very, very upset. I'm very, very upset. And once again, I am calling on all of my Trump supporters out there, all right? Any Trump supporters out there that want to join hands with me to call out this miscarriage of justice. Oh, wait. Are there any Trump supporters out there that want to join hands with me and help call out this miscarriage of justice? Don't forget, if you don't vote for Biden. Okay. I didn't want to address it, but here we go. Richie, come on up, Richie. All right, Richie, come on up, Richie. Oh, my God. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got another Trump supporter in my audience trying to think. Oh, my God. This is so sad. Richie, come on up here. Richie. See, that's a Trump supporter trying to think, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so Richie, the correct quote, just so you know, Richie, is this.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
He never said if you don't vote for me, you're not black, Richie. So, Richie, what that tells me is your brain isn't quite firing right? You need to turn that TV off, quit listening to Fox News, and learn how to actually quote people for what they exactly said instead of how it made you feel. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving confused, seditionist, treasonous Richie what he deserves. A round of boos and shame. Richie, don't interrupt me again. Richie. You're not that intelligent.
Silence! You MAGA!
Now let's get back to the topic, all right? The jury in Hunter Biden's trial was seated yesterday by Delaware U.S. District Judge Marilyn Narokia. The president's son was indicted by a federal grand jury in September after a diversion agreement for a felony gun offense and a plea deal related to misdemeanor tax charges, all right? Now, they said that we got some information about the jury, all right? We got some information about the jury. I saw it this morning, and I said, there's just no way Hunter Biden is going to get a fair trial. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the jury, all right? You know what? We can't see it. The writing is too small, but I think this, you can see this. 12 jurors, split between 6 men and 6 women, and the majority of them are black, 4 alternatives. How can Hunter Biden really get a fair trial with these cards stacked against him? This is, as far as I'm concerned, a miscarriage of justice. This charge shouldn't have even been brought. We've never seen anything like this. This is completely politically motivated. The judge is totally conflicted, right? You can't see this right before election. They're going after the leading Democrat, right? His son. Does anyone see a problem with this? Any Trump supporters out there that want to join me in calling out this miscarriage of justice? I mean, look at this. I got a bunch of legal experts. Look at all these legal experts right here, MAGA. Weaponization of law and lawfare by any means is now justified. Oh, yes. It's the popular currency among the Biden Democrats. This is a travesty of justice. Look at this. Another one, Mike Davis. Election interference. What about this? Greg Jarrett. How Hunter Biden's criminal trial epitomizes the left's war on the Constitution. Does anyone see a problem with the way President Biden has weaponized the DOJ and he's using it to go after his own son? We need to impeach President Biden. This might be the crime of the century. Look at this. Remember when Bill Clinton stole the 1992 election, MAGA? Are there any Trump supporters out there that want to join me today in helping get Merrick Garland fired? Raise your hands if you're a Trump supporter and you want to help me get Merrick Garland fired. How dare, look at this jury. 6 men, 6 women, majority black. Wow. Wow. How can Hunter Biden get a fair trial, MAGA? This is you know what? None of the Trump supporters in my audience want to join me, which is driving me crazy. You know what? See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean, MAGA. We caught you in another lie again. All of a sudden, you don't want to join good old Zeus, your boy Zeus, when we actually got evidence of a weaponized DOJ. Why you don't want to help me get Hunter Biden free from this? Oh, I guess it's because you are exactly what I've said you are. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving these MAGA demons what they deserve, because now they don't want to do anything to free Hunter Biden, but they were down as you know what when it came to Donald Trump. Let's give them some boos and shame. Right, Mighty?
Silence! You MAGA demon!
Why don't you want to help me get Hunter Biden out of this jam, MAGA? You don't think you don't see this as a bad thing? A majority black? Imagine how Hunter Biden feels having his life torn apart by this jury, right? Why are you here? Because I was going through an addiction and, they stole my laptop and they've been coming after me. Oh, okay. Yeah. Guilty. Oh, what was this? Why would someone wrote, what is this? Conservative D. Why would I help Mr. Propaganda? Yeah. Say that to Donald Trump, you liar. Say that to Donald Trump. All right. Let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. All right, because we got more to talk about. All right, what do I want to bring up next? All right, yes, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you saw what happened yesterday in Congress? All right, with Dr. Anthony Fauci. Dr. Anthony Fauci, then after he had to suffer because MAGA was down in Congress mistreating him. He went on to CNN and he said something that I think we really do need to call out, because it's always the folks on the right who sit on TikTok all day long talking about they get threats, right? Well, if you don't want to get threats, get off of TikTok, number one. That's what I think, right? All right. But let's see where the threats are really coming from, according to Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Caitlin, that whenever somebody gets up, whether it's a news media, Fox News does it a lot, or it's somebody in the Congress who gets up and makes a public statement that I'm responsible for the deaths of X number of people because of policies or some crazy idea that I created the virus, immediately it's like clockwork, the death threats go way up. So that's the reason why I'm still getting death threats. When you have performances like that unusual performance by Marjorie Taylor Greene in today's hearing, those are the kind of things that drive up the death threats, because there are a segment of the population out there that believe that kind of nonsense.
Yep.
Were you aware that sitting behind you today, we have him highlighted right now on the screen, but that person, that's Brandon Fellows. He's actually a January 6th defendant who was removed from the hearing later on. And as he was leaving, I don't know if you could hear him, but we heard him on camera shouting that he believed also that you belong in prison. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear it, but it was brought to my attention before. And there was also someone behind me, I don't know if it was the same person, who was identified as someone who just got out of jail for being arrested for the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Now,
You see this? This is why I say every MAGA, thank you, Auntie Dane, for the subscription, all right? It's going to a good place. Thank you, all right? This is why I say every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession. I don't take anything a Trump supporter says to me seriously at all. I shut them down when I feel like it, all right? Sometimes I let them rant and rave, but for the most part, I shut them down, because what they're doing is they're confessing what's really going on inside of them, right? They're the ones living in bondage. They're the ones battling those demons. What are those demons? Racism, misogyny, bigotry, evil. They aren't Christians, all right? They're hypocrites. They're liars. They don't do the works that are outlined in the good book that are ascribed to Jesus. No, They do the work that belongs to the devil. These people worship the devil plainly and openly on TikTok. And this is why they get no respect from me. And because of that, I'm going to give them some booze and shame. And it's not the Democrats that are bringing the threats. It's them. It's their evil rhetoric, right? We listen to what they say. They make up things about you. They make up things about me, but they never, ever own the stuff we actually end up finding out about them. See, a lot of them, if you look at what I found out, a lot of them, their backgrounds aren't so squeaky clean. But yet they get out here on TikTok and think just because they got a loud voice, that means they right. You're not right. You're wrong, and you're on your way to getting that ultimate MAGA reward. And you know exactly what it is. Jail, and if you don't get your soul right, hell, with a chapter 11 in between. This one goes out to you, you Russian bears and mother of nastiness. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving them a round of booze and shame. Look at
You MAGA demon!
You know, I'm really good at what I do. I choose not to actually aim the spotlight at the people that are really deserving of it. And it's not because I can't, because trust me, I could, but I made a promise to myself and I said, you know what, I'm going to keep it clean, ladies and gentlemen. But I would caution all of you, especially those of you on the right, I would really caution you to just stick to doing what you've been doing on TikTok. Just stay in the comment section and talk about how much you hate Donald Trump. It's safer there, seriously. All right, now let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? We haven't done it in a while. We haven't done it in a while. Do we want to play MAGA or not, ladies and gentlemen? Put it by a show of hands or put a yes in the chat if we want to play MAGA or not. Do we want to play MAGA or not? I haven't done this in a while. We need to play MAGA or not. All right. And the reason I'm doing this is because when they get too carried away on the right, I got to show them who the real criminals are. All right? You want a criminal so bad, MAGA? You should have just said, stop with Trump, and you should have said, Zeus, we'll deal with this. But you wanted to push Zeus a little further. And so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. You know the rules. Put a 1 in the chat if you think this is a Trump supporter. Maybe you know this person or not. Maybe you don't. All right. And put a 2 if you think it's other. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Who do we got? All right. This is a trigger warning. All right. Dallas police has issued a warrant for a former teacher in a child SA case. All right. Look at this MAGA demon right here, ladies and gentlemen. The investigation also, let's say, after a years-long investigation, detectives determined the offense occurred in 2007 involving a victim. Harmon met while working at the Providence School in Dallas. Harmon was a teacher/coach at the school from 2004 to 2007. The investigation also determined Harmon was also a volunteer at Trinity Christian Academy for several years, assisting with an 8th grade wilderness camp, and worked summers at Canuck Durango, Colorado, and Canuck in Brunson, Missouri, beginning in 1995 through the mid-2000s. Throughout the course of this investigation, detectives determined Harmon had been in contact with thousands of children through his work and volunteering. Detectives have identified additional victims, and they believe there may be other victims still not identified. So put a 1 in the chat if you think this is MAGA. Look at him right here, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think this is MAGA? You know the profile. Christian Academy, around kids, summer camps. You know the deal, right? Look at this. The overwhelming majority of you understand the profile of the real criminal. Look at this MAGA demon, ladies and gentlemen. And they say his entire family, his entire MAGA family run a Christian school. Do you Trump supporters understand why we're bringing all of this heat to you the way we do? I have to keep it clean. We see you for what you are. A bunch of nasty, sick, and twisted monsters who like to use the Bible They use the Bible, ladies and gentlemen, to do the work of the devil. You're not good, you're evil. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving this nasty, evil MAGA demon what he deserves. This is the best I could do on the internet, but he deserves a lot worse. A round of boos and shame. Pure evil. They love to hide behind being a Christian, right? You know, it's always the ones that say they dedicate their career to protecting the kids. Those are the ones you got to watch out for. It's always the ones who sit on TikTok all day that say they're happily married. Those are the ones you got to watch out for. And I know I'm talking to somebody right now. All right. Because see, you didn't understand. You're telling on yourself when you get out here. All right. Now you want to know where these Trump supporters get this kind of behavior from. I know I'm going deep. Look at this. They're going Zeus. They're going, Zeus, please, stop exposing us. Stop putting the spotlight on us, Zeus. I'm not going to stop until I make sure you all understand that you're wrong, all right? And like I said at the top of the show, you know, if you don't like how I'm running my live, you can leave.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Yeah. I told you, Trump supporters. You come into my show, I'm going to make sure you're not hungry when you get done. I'm going to ruin your breakfast. If you were happy, you're not going to be so happy. You're going to be feeling a little depressed. Oh, Zeus, stop telling the truth about us. No. See, I got to do it because you won't do it. All right. And Americans out there that don't, you know, a lot of these folks, they got to go to work. They got to provide for their families. They can't keep up with all of this stuff. I keep up with everything you all say. And then I go, oh, every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession. You know, these Russian bears out here, and they know exactly who they are. They have the audacity to go on TikTok and say, Zeus, we're afraid of you, Zeus. We're intimidated. And I said, what? I don't even really talk about you. But then I started to think about it. The reason they're afraid of me because I really expose them for what they are. And I don't even know I'm doing it by the truth that I'm sharing out here day in and day out. Those Russian bears, the ones that profess to be Christians, those so-called legal experts that openly and proudly get on TikTok and lie. They know the end is near. They know it. I didn't realize it, but what we've been doing on this app, and it's not just me, but a lot of my friends that are out here putting the truth out here, what we've been doing is revealing to the rest of the world what's really going on inside of their hearts, and it's not good. All right, that's why they're sick. That's why their marriages are falling apart. That's why their children don't want to come see them. It's because their wickedness has been exposed. Can I get an amen, ladies and gentlemen? Can I get an amen? And what I mean by wickedness being exposed, let's just take a look at this MAGA demon once again. Who do we have? Jeffrey Epstein. And once again, his ties to Donald Trump. Now, I heard Donald Trump was trying to get X, you know, Twitter, the app formerly known as Twitter. He's trying to get that video of him and Epstein dancing. He's trying to get it permanently scrubbed off of X because the truth is right in your face. Donald Trump hung out with this guy. MAGA, Donald Trump hung out with this animal. And yet, that wasn't enough to deter you from voting for him. The SA, him being found liable for SAing women, that wasn't enough. The fraud wasn't enough. And now this recent conviction, none of it's enough to deter you. Oh yeah, what that tells me is you're just as guilty as he is. All that's going to take is a little more time and a lot more pressure that we're applying. So for those of you who don't understand Donald Trump's ties to Jeffrey Epstein, let's go have a conversation about it. Here we go. Let's go down. Let's unpack what's really been going on with this guy.
Welcome, beautiful women on the young.
This is what Donald Trump said.
A terrific guy. In 2002, Trump told New York Magazine that Epstein was, quote, a terrific guy and a lot of fun to be with. adding that he, quote, likes beautiful women on the younger side. But in 2019, prior to Epstein's death in a New York City jail cell, Trump said he hadn't spoken to the financier in 15 years. As for Clinton, when...
Wait. Listen to how Donald Trump describes this monster, MAGA, because you're going to act like you didn't hear it. Listen to what Donald Trump said about this monster.
2002, Trump told New York Magazine that Epstein was, quote, a terrific guy and a lot of fun to be with, adding that he, quote, likes beautiful women on the younger side. But in 2019, prior to Epstein's death in a New York City jail cell, Trump said he hadn't spoken to the financier in 15 years.
This is the same guy in his criminal trial that said he didn't know who Stormy Daniels was. Who you believe in, MAGA? Who you going to believe? You still believe Donald Trump? See, this is why I say a lot of you don't even understand what's really happening out here. Listen to Donald Trump again, ladies and gentlemen. Here it goes.
Okay, anybody else?
Jeffrey Epstein was a terrific guy.
Well, I knew him like everybody in Palm Beach knew him. I mean, people in Palm Beach knew him. He was a fixture in Palm Beach.
Oh.
I had a falling out with him a long time ago. I don't think I've spoken to him for 15 years. I wasn't a fan.
So, to the person that told me to prove it, what more do you need me to say? Donald Trump is sitting there admitting he knew him. What more evidence do you need? See, this is why I say, you're not that intelligent, MAGA. You're not. You still believe everything Donald Trump says, which reveals to me there's really nothing going on up here, right? You know what it is like? Again, I'm going to make sure you Trump supporters understand. When I ask you to think, this is what it sounds like when you start trying to think. How sad. How sad. You hear that? A lost cause. Anybody got any jumper cables? Because we're going to be here a while. This is MAGA trying to think. You're a disgrace to this country. You're a disgrace to your nation. And as far as I'm concerned, you all can rot in HELL. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving these fake Christians, all right, and these so-called agents of light what they deserve. A round of boos and shame.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
Any questions? Any of you Trump supporters got any questions? See, this isn't like any of those other lives when I, invite you up. Okay, tell me why you think that. This isn't like that. This is a one-sided affair. This is a unilateral agreement that we got going on over here. You sit in the audience and you sit your special behinds down and you listen to this special broadcast. You have zero credibility, number one. So why should we let you come to the front of the class and try to teach us anything? The only thing you can teach us is how to be as crooked and evil and corrupt as you are. And I am not interested, all right? Seriously. All right. Now let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen, because guess what? I got to open up the boxes, and this, you guessed it. We got to cover another situation surrounding another J6er. No, I'm not showing you Biden anything. Remember how this works. You have zero credibility. If you have any evidence of anything President Biden has done, you should have been in my box months ago. You should have been in my box months ago because I've been sitting here on TikTok insisting, and I've been very, very patient with you Trump supporters about it. If you got any dirt on Joe Biden, bring the evidence. The burden of proof is on you at this point because we've already been through your little impeachment inquiry and nothing came out of that. So the burden of proof is on you. You already said Donald Trump would never be prosecuted. He's been prosecuted. You said they wouldn't bring it before the election. It was brought before the election. You said Alvin Bragg had the weakest case. Well, guess what? A jury of his peers said otherwise. So look at that, MAGA. You have zero credibility. So no, I don't got to produce a shred of evidence. And that's why when they invite me, Zeus, I want to debate you. What's there to debate? Anyone confused still about what happened in New York? Seriously, is there anybody out there on TikTok that's confused about what happened to Donald Trump in that case against Alvin Bragg? By a show of hands. Cindy, oh my God. Biden was determined mentally incompetent for impeachment. Cindy, seriously, Cindy? Okay, Cindy, I was going to ask you to come up here and ask you to produce the evidence of that because all I can say is you're wrong. Right? All right, listen, you know what? This is the easiest way. For anyone in the chat that believes Cindy is wrong, please put a 1 in the chat. How many of you believe Cindy is wrong? Who just put that ridiculous comment up there? Put a 1 in the chat if you think Cindy is wrong. All right? And Cindy, I want you to count the number of ones, Cindy. You hear that, Cindy? So what this is called is therapy at a group level, Cindy. And look at that. We're already at 60. Cindy, I'm pretty sure it's going to get to 100. Cindy, you're wrong. Stay out of those fake TikTok lives where they'll gas you up and make you feel like you're right, Cindy. You're wrong. Now look at that, Cindy. Over 100 people in here are saying you're wrong. It's not Zeus that you have a problem with at this point. You got a problem with yourself. All right, Cindy? And that's that. I'm not going to go into any further detail about it because I got to carry on with the show. But Cindy, I'll extend an olive branch. If you can produce any evidence, Cindy, of that claim you just tried to skirt away with, I will retract this statement and we all will stand corrected, all right? But for the sake of this show, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Cindy what she deserves.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
Oh, I know. They don't like it when I call them demons. But Cindy, you're a demon. All right? And then they don't like it. They say, Zeus, do you have a problem casting these demons straight to hell? And I said, no, because I have the authority to do it. I don't mind giving you Trump supporters exactly what you want, which is what? The ultimate MAGA reward. All right. I know a lot of you want to go to jail because your cult leader is going to be there. And I know a lot of you want to go to hell with your cult leader. And I know a lot of you want to go broke because that's the word, right? Jail then hell with a chapter 11 in between. So I have no problem giving you Trump supporters exactly what you want. Seriously. All right. But I got to move it on. All right. And then I'm going to open up the boxes. All right. Now it's time to cover another update with an insurrectionist, or as I like to call him, a seditionist, treasonous traitor. But before I do, though, I need to know how deep I need to go into this story. Is there anybody out there that still believes Donald Trump's claim that the 2020 election was rigged? By a show of hands, how many of you believe the 2020 election was rigged? It's happened almost 4 years ago. It's happened almost 4 years ago. Does anyone out there? Okay, Tam, you still believe that? Okay, hold on. Okay, Tam, you don't have enough to come up in the box and explain why you believe it's rigged. Does anyone else out there have any? Okay, Lisa, come on up here, Lisa. And what I'm going to do is let Lisa explain why she believes it's rigged, and then I'm going to carry on with the last part of my monologue. Lisa, can you come up here, Lisa, and explain to the American people why 4 years later you still believe that it was rigged? Lisa, I sent you an invite, Lisa. Come on, Lisa. Let me see. Because what I don't want to do is, take it to level 10 when I don't need to. Okay, where's Lisa at right now, ladies and gentlemen? All right, Lisa, you don't want to come up here? Okay, I guess you're not accepting invites this early in the morning. You can't step outside and tell us why you still believe that lie. All right, anyone else besides Lisa? Anyone else besides Lisa think that the 2020 election was rigged the way that Donald Trump said? I'm looking. Because I'm a fair host. Oh, because she knows that she's lying. Lisa. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Anyone else believe the 2020 election was rigged? Okay, Donnie, there you go. But you don't have enough to come up here. All right, lying Lisa. Anyone else out there believe that the 2020 election was rigged. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Got quiet once they had to explain, right? Yeah. See, I've been doing this for a while. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, they rigged it. They do it all the time. Okay, Gary, do you have enough? Okay, all right, Jerry. Jerry, come on up here, Jerry. Come on. Please explain to us why you believe that it was rigged. All right? If you don't mind. Come on. Come on. We don't got all morning. If you really believe it was rigged, if you really believe it was rigged, you should have no problem getting up here in front of all of us and saying, Zeus, this is the reason that I believed it was rigged. This is bizarre. This is bizarre. This is bizarre. No, none of you MAGA demons want to come up here and explain why it was rigged. I sent 2 invites. They don't know what they believe. All right. All right. I guess. All right. Maybe your friend Ray could come up here. Ray, you seem to be piping up. Ray, come on up here. Come on up here, Ray. Speak for your audience. Speak for your people. Ray, can you come up here and explain why you believe the 2020 election was rigged, Ray? Oh, James Bundy. Oh, that's an okay. James, you don't have enough followers. Sorry. Wow. They believe it only because Trump said it. Wow. They believe it because How many years is Hunter going to get independent? Nope. Listen, none of them. This is so bizarre, ladies and gentlemen. None of them. James, you don't have enough followers. All right. No one will step up. Not rigged, but questionable. Okay, maybe Uncle Tom can. Uncle Tom, come on up here. Because Uncle Tom, ladies and gentlemen, he show for a few times. All right. Uncle Tom, could you explain why you still to this day believe Donald Trump's claim that it was rigged?
I never said it was rigged. I said it wasn't rigged. It's questionable.
Oh, okay. So that's not the same thing. So what you're saying is, because you're a Trump supporter, right?
No, I'm not voting for Trump in 2024.
You used to be a Trump supporter.
Used to be, yes.
Okay. Well, you know what? I guess I got to go find someone else because it sounds like I've rehabilitated you.
No, you didn't. No, you had nothing to do with it. I just think they're both too old and they're both really bad candidates.
Yeah, but you initially believed that it was rigged once upon a
time. No, I didn't.
I've
never believed it was rigged. I've always believed it was questionable.
No. It's the same thing.
No, it's not. Because I believe that mail-in.
Okay, let's play your game. What made it questionable to you, Tom?
Mail-in voting.
Mail-in voting. All right, and why was there mail-in voting, according to your research?
Because they think it makes it easier to vote.
Wrong. Remember, it was a pandemic.
No, Washington State was. Washington State was mail-in voting before COVID.
And so your thing is, you think because the ballots were mailed in, that really Joe Biden won, right?
No, I think there's ways to cheat. There's ways to eliminate ballots when they're mail-in only.
Okay. So anything else? Anything else about why you think it's rigged, or it's just the whole mail-in ballot?
I never thought it was rigged.
So. Okay. Well, I got to move it on, Tom, but thank you for coming up, all right? I got to move it on, ladies and gentlemen. So, Tom, if you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, he's coming around to the truth because he doesn't want to admit that it's been rigged, all right? So what I'll do is, where did my comment section? All right, I think the comment is we'll cover how Donald Trump lied and manipulated his followers into believing it was rigged. All right, and this is how it started. For those of you who don't know, this is based on real factual information. It started with this.
It's a rigged election. It's the only way we're going to lose.
It's a rigged election. That's the only way that we're going to lose, is the big lie that Donald Trump told all of you Trump supporters, right? And so the election occurred, and the backdrop of the election was we were in the middle of a pandemic and the economy was tanking. Unemployment was skyrocketing. I mean, record unemployment. Donald Trump and his friends around him all knew the writing was on the wall. He was going to lose to Joe Biden. And so what happened after the results of the election, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's interesting that Tom came up here and he said it had something to do with the mail-in ballots, right? Right. So let me go and address that. Well, after all the ballots were, accounted for that day, ladies and gentlemen, the Donald Trump was supposed to. Jesus, why is TikTok acting a fool right now? Right? Why is TikTok acting up? Hold on. There we go. After we got the results of the election, Donald Trump was supposed to come out and he was supposed to concede. All right, he was supposed to concede and say that he lost to Joe Biden. But what did he do? He did this.
We had such a big night. You just take a look at all of these states that we've won tonight, and then you take a look at the kind of margins that we've won them by. And all of a sudden, it's not like we're up 12 votes and we have 60% left. We won states, and all of a sudden, I said, what happened to the election? It's off. And we have all these announcers saying, what happened? And then they said, oh, because you know what happened? They knew they couldn't win. So they said, let's go to court. And did I predict this, Newt? Did I say this? I've been saying this from the day I heard they were going to send out tens of millions of ballots. I said exactly, because either they were going to win, or if they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So Florida was a tremendous victory.
Right? So he's not conceding to Joe Biden. But then he did this magic trick, all right? The great Don, he did a magic trick on you Trump supporters. He miraculously convinced you that he won. And listen to how he did it, all right? And pay attention to the whining in his voice. Listen to the tone, all right? And listen to his choice of words, MAGA, because this is a trick of all tricks. I've never seen anything like this.
76,000 votes with almost nothing left. And all of a sudden, everything just stopped. This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
You see what he did? He actually went from saying, we were getting ready to win this election to we won it. Have you ever seen anything like that in your life, Trump supporters? You got your favorite team, right? They lose the game. The captain of the team or the coach comes up and he's being interviewed. We were getting ready to win. We were down 10, all right, and we thought we were going to come back, but we ended up losing by 15. We were getting ready to win. You know what? Frankly, we won. And then the score automatically flips and they're up by 15. Have any of you ever seen anything like that? No, you haven't. That's because that doesn't happen. You either win or you lose. You don't get to go in there and say, because I said I won, I won. But that's what Donald Trump did to you Trump supporters. And so now that he has you all believing that you won the election, you know what he decided to do? He put a little scheme into motion, and you're familiar with this scheme, right?
I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
That's the fake elector scheme, right? So he got you all wet and ready. He has this fake elector scheme in motion. What's left to do? Does anyone know what's left to do? Let me tell you what's left to do, all right? And you can go fact check this. You can go verify this, all right, ladies and gentlemen? I have no reason to make any of this up, right? I have no reason to make any of this up. Attention, all Trump supporters. I lost to Joe Biden, and I'm very, very angry. This is what he said to you. And what I need you all to do is sell everything that you have and send the money to me, all right? And then I'm going to need you to meet me in Washington, D.C. at an event that I am hosting called Stop the Steal. Be there. It's going to be wild. And you all remember this, right? You were all excited to be wet and wild with this guy right here, Donald Trump. And so now that you've sold all you had and you sent him the money, now you need to figure out how to get to Washington, D.C. And I'm going very fast, right? I'm going very, very fast. How did these Trump supporters get to Washington, D.C., ladies and gentlemen? Well, they chose the economical route. Here we go. These U-Hauls. Yeah. See, this is what I don't get right here. Some genius said, you know what? This is a mass transport vehicle to get MAGA demons to DC. It's a U-Haul, all right? $19.99 a day, unlimited miles. All you need to do is put some gas in that thing, 2 in the front, and everyone else in the back crammed. Look at all those MAGA demons right there, ladies and gentlemen, that were crammed in the back of the U-Haul for Donald Trump. All right, and you know who these folks were. All right, look at them. The Proud Boys, the Patriot Front, the Boogaloo Boys, the Oath Keepers. These are the racist folks that support Donald Trump, right? On their way to Washington, D.C. But look at what's on their face. You notice they're wearing a mask? Isn't that interesting? These same knuckleheads during the pandemic, when they, put a mask on. We need you to wear a mask, all right, in order to stop the spread of the thing. Oh, Zeus. I can't breathe when you make me wear a mask, right? This is how they act. I can't breathe if you make me wear the mask. No, I can't. But then we see you when it's time to be racist, right? When it's time to commit crimes, all of a sudden you MAGA demons have no problem putting on a mask. See how I caught you in your lies? You see why you have zero credibility with us out here? Because every time you get an opportunity to lie, we know you will. It is sickening and it's disgusting. No one trusts you. And so now that they've figured out this genius way of getting to Washington, D.C., well, what takes place next is quite remarkable. You know who they ran across, ladies and gentlemen? I didn't want to show it, but they ran across their Lieutenant Marjorie Trader Greene, the ultimate MAGA demon, right? And what did they do when they saw Marjorie Trader Greene? This is her right here. Look at Marjorie right there. In the airport during the pandemic, all right? Look at this. Look at Marjorie. Look at her. I didn't know she only had 3 toes. But listen, this is disgusting stuff. Listen to what Marjorie Trader Greene told these Trump supporters. And by the way, we suspect she may have been responsible for planting those pipe bombs.
Everything. If we flood the Capitol building, flood all the government buildings, go inside. These are public buildings. We own them. We own these buildings. Do you understand that? We own the buildings and we pay all the people that work in the building. Finished with our meetings here at the White House this afternoon. We had a great planning session for our January 6th objection. We aren't going to let this election be stolen by Joe Biden and the Democrats. President Trump won by a landslide. Call your House reps, call your senators from your states. We've got to make sure they're on board. We already have a lot of people engaged. Okay, stay tuned.
Any questions so far? Any questions so far, MAGA? That's Marjorie Taylor Greene telling you at the ellipse, just wait for Donald Trump's orders to get ready to march and attack the Capitol. Yeah, she's standing 3 toes down, Lex. You're correct. So what happened next, ladies and gentlemen? You guessed it. There was a meeting in the White House that took place between Donald Trump and his vice president, Mike Pence. And in that meeting, Donald Trump went up to Pence and he says, Pence, listen, I got everything in motion. I got the fake elector scheme, all right? And I got my soldiers waiting for me at the ellipse. The only thing I need you to do now is that thing you and I talked about. Don't you dare certify those votes for Joe Biden, right? Mike Pence grew a little spine and he said, Mr. President, unfortunately, that's a bridge too far because I can't do that for you because, first of all, I don't think anybody asking me to do that is fit to be president of these United States, number one. Number two, and it would require me to place you above the United States Constitution, a document that our founding fathers and the framers fought and bled for. Absolutely not, Mr. President. Donald Trump, in a fit of rage, he leans into Mike Pence. And his breath is smelling like Big Macs and Diet Coke, right? And he says, you know what your problem is, Pence? You're a little too honest. And he called him the nasty P word. The same P word that we heard him using on that Access Hollywood tape. I'll take care of it myself. Security. Take me to the ellipse to meet up with my troops. Sir, those folks have weapons. They have tactical gear, stun pew pews, you name it, they got it. These folks are armed to the T. Actually, they got this new thing called demon spray. Demon spray? What's demon spray? Oh, it's if they spray you with it, the MAGA demon will possess you. They got that at the Capitol, sir. And you know what Donald Trump says? He says, I don't care. They're not bringing it for me. Take me to be with my troops. Yes, sir. We'll take you to be with your troops. And we all saw it, right? He gets to the ellipse and he sees a sea of red, white, blue patriots for Trump at a rally called Stop the Steal. And he gets onto the stage at the ellipse, ladies and gentlemen, and you know what he does. He encourages his supporters to engage in heinous acts of violence.
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here we're going to walk down to the Capitol. And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength and you have to be strong.
Okay, Mr. Donald Trump, you're right. We will never take back our country with weakness, and we do have to show strength. We do have to be strong, all right? And this is what was going on in the minds of the Trump supporters. If you don't know, now you know, all right? And what else did they hear, ladies and gentlemen? Well, you know what. You know what else they heard. Let me go ahead and help you understand what was going on in the minds of these supporters.
And we fight. We fight like hell.
Okay.
And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
You hear them? You hear them?
We will never give up. We will never concede. It doesn't happen. You don't concede when there's theft involved. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength.
So, let's have trial by combat.
And we fight. We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
So,
okay, I get it.
Let's have trial by combat.
Okay, I get it now, Donald Trump. I need to go to the Capitol and I need to commit heinous acts of violence. Thank you, Commander-in-Chief. I'm going to the Capitol on your orders. And that's exactly what his supporters did, ladies and gentlemen. In particular, how many of you know who Ashley Babbitt is? How many of you know who Ashley Babbitt is? This is one of Donald Trump's supporters who was riled up, who was ready to have trial by combat, all right, and never give up. And we caught her on her way to the Capitol, ladies and gentlemen, all right? I know it's a day before, but you get it.
District. Why don't you worry about your own goddamn district and the shit's going on there? You are a complete I'm telling you right now, I'm putting all you on notice. Every single one of you politicians in California, Gavin Newsom, Jerry Brown, Maxine Waters, Duncan Hunter, what the hell is Kamala? Where is Kamala? Talking about ISIS like KKK. We got this migrant camp. You know what? We have thousands of people on the other side of the border. If people can't get to work, our economy is going to take an absolute tank because you guys refuse to choose America over your stupid political party.
Capitol and a mob, there's an estimated over 3 million people here today. So despite what the media tells you, boots on the ground definitely say something different. There is a sea of nothing but red, white, and blue patriots for Trump.
A sea of nothing but red, white, and blue patriots for Trump on their way to place a dagger at the throat of our democracy on behalf of Donald J. Trump. And this is all because of his big lie that not just him, but members of Congress continued to spread to the American people. And a lot of you weren't strong enough mentally to see through it, and you became victims of this. And so many of you know exactly what happened to Ashley Babbitt, who was one of Donald J. Trump's foot soldiers that day. All right, this is the moment right before Ashley Babbitt lost her life in the battlefield for Donald Trump. You remember it, right? We all saw it. She didn't understand that she was putting her life in danger? Is that what this was? She didn't understand that she had been misled and lied to? Ashley Babbitt paid the price, the ultimate price for Donald Trump. She gave her life for his cause. She lost her life in the battlefield for Donald Trump. It was a big lie, but she did it anyway. And what did Donald Trump do after he found out one of his foot soldiers had lost their life in the battlefield for him? Does anyone know what Donald Trump did after he realized he lost one of his foot soldiers? Does anyone know? Exactly, Zena. Exactly. He did nothing.
Some information that stands out to me is that Donald Trump was passed a note after one of the rioters was shot in the Capitol, and was made clear that this person had been shot, this woman had been shot in the chest. And the valet says that he offered no reaction upon learning that. He kept sitting in the chair watching the violence unfurl on TV.
A non-reaction at the death of Ashley Babbitt.
Wow. Wow. What kind of commander-in-chief is that? One of his own foot soldiers. I keep telling you, Donald Trump doesn't care about our military. He doesn't care about his troops, right? Ashley Babbitt believed everything this man said. She was willing to smell his dirty diaper. All right? She paid the ultimate price for this man. She went further for him than his own wife would have. And when she lost her life in the battlefield, you mean to tell me Donald Trump had nothing to say? See, ladies and gentlemen, this is the crime scene of January 6th that millions of Americans remember. We don't know about no so-called peaceful protests. We don't know about no tourist visit gone awry. We know about this sick crime scene that Donald Trump left behind because he lost to Joe Biden. And this is what many of us will continue to keep front and center going into the November election. We're not going to let you get away with J6, where you tried to. You know what the ultimate objective was, ladies and gentlemen? You know what the ultimate objective was in January 6th? They wanted to bring slavery back into the United States. You know, the South will rise again. Donald Trump and his supporters were trying to reinstall slavery in the United States on January 6th, and they used it as their opportunity to do it. This is some sick stuff that's going on in this country right now with you Trump supporters. And you get on here, or you get on TikTok and you try to portray yourselves as victims. You're not victims. You're liars. And in some cases, you're criminals. Willing to do anything for Donald Trump. Anything, and I do mean anything. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. I got another update about another J6er who's been, dealt a blow of justice. And we've seen this knucklehead before. I've covered him on my show when they arrested him. I covered him before, but now it's time to read up on what's going on. A Burbank man accused of wielding wasp spray at the January 6th Capitol riot has pled guilty. A Burbank man accused of deploying wasp and hornet spray. Remember I was saying demon spray? Remember I said demon spray? Wasp and hornet spray at police during the January 6, 2021 riot. Pled guilty on Monday to a felony assault charge. William Lewis, 57, is set to be sentenced December 18th in Washington, D.C. after his guilty plea to a charge of assaulting, resisting, or impeding officers. The FBI arrested Lewis in November, making him one of nearly 50 known Illinois residents to face federal criminal charges in connection with the attack. Lewis was accused of using wasp and hornet spray against several officers on 3 occasions during the riot. One officer reported that he was sprayed in the mouth and that he experienced a burning sensation on his face and his eyes. Demon spray. How many people have actually said, let me use wasp and bee spray and use it to attack law enforcement? How many of you have ever thought of doing that? Wow. You're not victims. You're the harassers and the abusers. You know what? You know what we got to do, ladies and gentlemen. Since this MAGA demon has been brought to justice, number one, let's give him a round of boos and shame.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
And since he wanted to be a soldier so bad for Donald Trump, let's send him off the old-fashioned way.
I'd like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
That's your cult leader, MAGA. Any questions about what happened on January 6th, MAGA? Any questions?
I know your pain. I know you're hurt. We had an election that was stolen from us. It was a landslide election, and everyone knows it, especially the other side. But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened, where they could take it away from all of us, from me, from you, from our country. This was a fraudulent election, but we can't play into the hands of these people. We have to have peace. So go home. We love you. You're very special. You've seen what happens. You see the way others are treated that are so bad and so evil. I know how you feel. But go home and go home in peace.
Any questions, MAGA? Any questions? And you know I got to do this. I got to do it, ladies and gentlemen. You know, Joe Biden, at his recent speech, he said something very, very powerful about January 6th that I think we need to make sure stays on the minds of you Trump supporters.
But folks, the threat that Trump poses is greater in his second term than the first. It's clear that when he lost in 2020, and I mean this sincerely, something snapped in Trump. He just can't accept he lost. And he lost it. That's why on January 6th what happened. Every legal avenue Trump tried to challenge the election failed. So it unleashed an insurrection. And now he's running again. He's not only obsessed with about losing 2020, he's clearly unhinged. Just listen to him. He calls the insurrectionists who stormed Capitol Hill patriots. He says if reelected, he wants, quote, every one of them pardoned. Let me ask you, what do you think he would have done on January 6th if black Americans had stormed the Capitol? No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
What do you think? I can only imagine.
What do you think Donald Trump would have done if black Americans had stormed the Capitol on January 6th? We saw what he did during the BLM riots, right? He didn't have no problem getting the National Guard and using pepper spray, right? He didn't have no problem. So let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. All right? And to you Trump supporters, I'm not done with you. I want to say this, and then I'm going to open up the boxes. The rest of the world isn't laughing at the United States. the rest of the world is laughing at each and every single one of you. Because never in the history of civilization have we ever seen a clown like this. All right? And you know Donald Trump is a clown, ladies and gentlemen, because he does exactly what clowns do. All right? He wakes up every day and he puts that orange makeup on his face, right? Don't I look so good? Don't I look so good? Right? He puts on, a clown wears a wig. We all see the clown wearing the wig, right? The clown wears the wig. Donald Trump puts on that bird's nest right there, smack dab on his cranium, all right? And he gets on, look at him right here. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Puts that bird's nest. A clown wears that thing around its waist with that ridiculous outfit. Donald Trump does the same thing. He puts a diaper on. Look at him real close. You can see the diaper. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. This is who you're following? Donald Trump puts on that same crumpled blue suit with that ridiculous red tie and gets out on his social media platform and gives you all your daily marching orders. And we all, if it wasn't so dangerous, we all would be laughing. Because we've never seen the circus. It's the biggest circus ever known to mankind. He gets you all to wear these red hats. I kid you not. You wear these red hats, which shows everybody you can't think for yourself. And he gets you to cry about the silliest things. I can't buy any eggs. I can't buy any gas. The country's going to end. Meanwhile, he's taking all of your money. See, when a Trump supporter right now gets on, and this is why I don't want to argue with him. Zeus, inflation is out of control. We can't do anything. Really? Well, I just saw Donald Trump post on his social media platform. It could have been a lie, but he's raised a record amount of money. He said most of his contributions came in at around $70. Little small contributions are adding up. Record profits right now. So MAGA, if the economy is so bad, how is Donald Trump out here eating? How's he making all this money, MAGA, if the economy is so terrible? Any Trump supporter willing to explain that? See, this is what I mean. You're all inside of his circus. He's selling you gold shoes. When was the last time you needed gold shoes anywhere in life besides a circus? He's selling you Trump bucks. Where do you need Trump bucks at in your normal life besides a circus? He's selling you water. You can go get water out of your faucets for the most part. He's selling you steaks. You could get steaks at your grocery store. He's selling you fake stocks. I mean, seriously. When are you Trump supporters going to realize he's playing you like a fiddle and you're an embarrassment to this country? It's some sick stuff you've gotten yourselves into. You're not mad at Zeus. You're mad at yourselves because you've been lied to and you've invested thousands and thousands of dollars into this relationship with Donald Trump and there's no turning back. I get it. But you know what? It's better late than never, if you ask me. All right? And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I got to open up these boxes. All right? That concludes my monologue. I'm not mad. I'm actually in a good mood. Like I said, nothing makes me feel happier. I'm going to be honest with you, Trump supporters. Let me open up these boxes. Nothing makes me happier than to know that July 11th, Donald Trump, he's going to have to be sentenced. And he's going to be sentenced because he's been convicted, right? And you know how this works. And so he's going to go in there. He's going to go into the courtroom. And the judge is not going to just say, well, you know what, Donald Trump, you're a first-time offender. We think we should go light on you. No, I firmly believe, because you know those Christians out there, they say, Zeus, you got to have faith. Okay, I'm going to use faith in this situation. I'm going to use my mustard seed size of faith to hope and pray Donald Trump ends up going to prison for a while, right? Because when you look at his background, We got the E. Jean Carroll case that the judge has to take into consideration. We got the decades of fraud that the judge has to take into consideration. We got all these other indictments that the judge has to take in consideration. We also have to take into consideration the violations of the gag orders and the repeated attacks on the judge and the prosecutor. I firmly believe that when the judge does the math, and I believe he's really good at math, I firmly believe that the judge is going to say, you know what, Donald Trump, as much as I don't want to put you in jail, when I added the 1 and carried the 2, took away 5 and added 7, the results came back that I got to put you in jail. So it's not me that's putting you in jail. It's you and your behavior that's forced me to put you in the prison. And that's why I'm happy, because I know once Donald Trump goes in there, he won't be able to send his supporters any more Truth Social updates. He won't be able to make any videos. And he'll be subjected to that jail lifestyle, where he have to eat that food that they serve in there. Yeah, he's going to have to sleep in there too. Woo-wee! How the mighty have fallen. You mean this man went from being in the White House to the jail? I can't wait to see his supporters, deal with that. So, yeah, if I looked mad, maybe you need to go to another live, because I'm actually in a good mood today. All right, let's bring up our panelists.
Oh, is it?
Yes, sir. Let's try that again.
Is that better?
Hello?
Is that better?
Try dropping and come back.
Okay.
All right, let's try it again. Oh my goodness, yeah, there's an echo. All are welcome to send Zeus a guest request, by the way. But I'll say this, I'm not up here to debate things that are facts, all right? So if you got something and you're on the right and you want to talk to me about, bring a screenshot of it, please, or and cite the source of where you're getting that idea from. Because one thing I want you to understand is we don't trust Trump supporters, all right? They have zero credibility in this kingdom. Yeah, and you've all been found to have been lying. All right, Lex, are you there?
Okay, we good?
Testing.
We good?
I'll just mute, and you gotta talk.
Okay, it must be on your side. All right, so I'm going to take my 3 minutes to play this song. You remember Land of Confusion by Phil Collins? It's a very political-based song. Okay, I remixed it. I'm going to shoot a video to it. I'm going to get all the content creators that are politically involved to be in the video, and then I'm going to release it. But I'm going to play this right now. If you're familiar with this song by Genesis, Land of Confusion, right? And I remixed it.
I must have dreamed 1,000 dreams, been haunted by a million screams, but I can hear the marching feet. Down the road. Did you read the news today? They say the danger's gone our way, but I can see the fire still alight, burning into the night. There's too many people making too many problems, and not much love to go around. See this
the last verse is it right here. The last verse tells everything that we need to do going forward in this political situation we're in.
I won't be coming home tonight. My generation will put it right. We're not just making promises that we'll never keep. Too many men, there's too many people making too many problems, and not much love to go around. Can't you see this is a land of confusion? This is the world we live in, and these are the hands we're given. Use them and let's start trying to make it a place worth fighting for. This is the world we live in, and these are the names we're given. Stand up and let's start showing just where our lives are going to.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I think you have an echo on your side, but that is telling. Phil Collins did that, and he went after the Republican Party in the '80s with his video. And I'm going to do a video, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get every single person, like you, Straight Facts, Jolly, Union Gang, all those. Everybody's going to sing a piece of it, and I'm going to piece it together into the video. And then I'm going to put a lot of different footage in there of the dumb shit that MAGA is doing. Oops. Go ahead and flush the toilet. Unmute and flush the toilet.
Keep it clean. I gotta move on because I think we gotta move it on. But yeah, I heard you, and there's an echo. I don't know what it is, brother, but thank you. That song sounded good. All right.
Okay, I'll send it to you, but I'm gonna do this video. We're gonna do this video together, Zeus.
All right. Send me a request. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Lex. Great song. We made it work. All right, we made it work, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, this is a good show. This is really a good community, right? Because as much as it is about politics and things like that, when we do things like that, it just shows all the talent that we got. So if you do have a talent and we need to show it off, by all means, please send Zeus a guest request. Just like my good friend Jess, who made all of the Zeus minions, right? What we do is we take what they try to give us on the right as a negative, and we flip it and make it a positive. All righty then. All right. Who do we got next? All right. Good morning, Just Me. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Zeus, how are you this day?
Hey, all right. There was a lot of noise for a second. All right. I'm all right. This is our first time doing business?
Oh, yeah, it is. It sure is, sir.
All right. All right. Well, you know how this goes. I got a couple of questions to ask you, and then we'll go from there. Fair enough?
That's fair with me.
All right. First question. Do you believe Donald Trump when he says the 2020 election was rigged?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No. Good. All right, next question. Who would you say, if you could put one person to be responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th, who would you say that person is?
Only the orange Jesus.
All right, look at that. Doing good. All right. Last and final question. Do you know of any evidence of Joe Biden being a criminal that exists?
Well, I know I haven't seen any, and I haven't heard of any, so.
Fair enough. Welcome, champ. All right, just me, ladies and gentlemen. All right, what brings you to the show this bright and early, my good friend?
Well, I listen to a lot of different lives, and I like this, every now and then I like to step in and say a few things. And here lately, I've been hearing like a lot of interesting comments coming from African American men following the orange guy.
Oh.
And if you got any out here listening now, I'd like to just take this moment to say that it's time for a change. And the only way we're going to make that change is to start working together.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
the only way we're going to bring things together is to think about one thing, and that is ourselves. You
Mm.
know, when I say ourselves, not individually, I
Right.
mean our people as
Mm.
one.
Right.
You know, because for far too long, we've sat in the background and listened to the rhetoric that they gave, they spewed to us, and we felt that it was the way to go and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
And but it's time for a change. And like I say, the only way we're gonna make that change is to actually reunite as one, get rid of the mega party,
Mm.
put the Democrats in order like we want them to be, and then we can even start working on phasing them out. But
Yeah.
it takes time. We can start our 20-year plan like they started their 50-year plan.
Mm.
And because that's the way it's going to actually work.
Can I ask
So,
you a question though? What part of the country are you calling in from?
I'm from Illinois.
All right, Illinois. All right.
Yeah. I hear those guys sometimes. Yeah, man, I'm from Chicago, man. We Trump up here. Now you're not speaking for me, brother.
Mm. What do you
Because
think? Why do you think there are these blacks out here that are falling for the gold sneakers and this whole convicted felon thing about Donald Trump? Why are they still doing that? Based on your opinion?
well, you see, Zeus. I've noticed one thing. The common thread with them all is financial. And
Mm.
I do believe that in their minds, they're thinking, ooh, if Donald Trump gets in, we can have another one of those PPP loans.
Oh.
Or we can even get another stimulus check. See,
Oh.
that's the line I think they're thinking on,
Oh.
you know. But to say for
Wow.
sure, I don't know. But that's what line I
Wow.
think they're on.
Wow,
So,
wow, wow. I mean, wow. The disconnect, right? Because in order for them to actually get that, we would have to go through another pandemic.
but see, you got a lot of guys that don't think that far.
Mm.
They think that Donald Trump did this for us.
Mm.
It was all his plan. And they don't really
Wow.
see that it was all. It's basically just a setup. He brought them there,
Wow.
and now he's trying to cash on his investment that he made
Right.
then. So,
Right,
and
right, right.
me personally, I don't see it happening. So,
Wow. Wow,
but
wow.
I know what that bell means, and I just want to say one thing, Zeus.
Go for it.
You don't always speak the truth because I'm the most handsome.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. You got that same demon nutty professor has. It always
but other than that, you can be a double H, okay? But not a triple H, because I'm that guy.
Listen. I know that's what you want to believe, but unfortunately, you gonna have to stick to believing what I'm saying. Because what you saying, oh no, see that'll cause everything to come crashing down. Now, listen, I can help you get an H. All right, seriously, all right.
Okay, hey,
All right.
as long as it's not an L, I'm good.
Fair
I'm good
enough.
with
Fair
it.
enough.
So,
All right. All right. Fair enough.
but now, Zeus, you go and enjoy the rest of your day, and as always, I'll be sitting right here in the background watching and listening.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give just me a round of applause. Hey, brother, I gave you a follow, brother. Okay. All right, you're welcome. All right, ladies. I mean, this is the truth, though, ladies. He telling the truth, minus that line about him having an H. Okay, that'll get you. That'll get you. Put on a do not fly list in the kingdom, ladies and gentlemen. There's nobody more handsome than Zeus. That's why they call me Triple H. All right, seriously. All right, and really, I should have a fourth H. Right, I really should have a fourth H. All right. Let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, who do we have? My good friend Takesha. How are you doing, Takesha? How are you
Hey
doing?
Zeus, how are you this morning?
Oh, I'm all right. And you?
I'm doing just fine. I just got a little coughing going on.
Okay, I understand.
But
It's all
listen, I want to talk about two people. No, as a matter of fact, I want to talk about three.
Go for it.
The first person I want to talk about is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Because she is the most disrespectful, dumb, dingy, degrading, douchebag dames I've ever seen in all my life. The way she tried to come at Dr. Fauci yesterday and say, I don't even want to call you a doctor because you're not a doctor. You should be taken down. You're not a lady.
Oh.
But you want people to address you as ma'am.
Huh?
She is one of the dumbest women I've ever seen in all of my entire life. Then her sidekick, lay down Lauren, who run around here at Trump's trials, and your son over here in court by himself. You worried about undocumented immigrants, but you got rob them in the hood at your house. You ain't talking about him. He's a menace to society, but you're not saying anything about the child, the spawn seed that you raised. But you're worried about undocumented immigrants.
Hallelujah.
That both of them need to go lay down somewhere.
Tell them, Keisha. Tell them.
It's ridiculous. But let me say this, Zeus. Why they bragging on how much money Trump raised after he left court from from first-time donors?
Yeah.
As a parent, our children have to earn their allowance. They have to cut the grass. They have to take out the trash. They have to do good in school.
Correct.
To earn $20 to $30 a week. And Donald Trump has never even got a piece of crumb off of their floor. And he getting free money.
Wow.
Money that they've gone out there and worked for, they're sending it to a man who will always have more money than they will ever obtain in life. Amen. And their children, who they have to take care of because they had them, got to work for $20. But you sending Donald Trump every amount that they would allow you to send, and he's never done anything for you.
Right.
These are the dumbest people I've ever seen in all my life. I'm tired of having empathy for MAGA. MAGA are mush brains idiots.
Lord
Their
have mercy.
brains are full of mush.
Wow.
They have no common sense. Anybody that still run around talking about Nancy Pelosi was responsible for calling the National Guard when you can go and look up the duties of the Speaker of the House and you won't see that anywhere. They're stupid.
And we don't like to say that kind of stuff, right? We don't. But we're running out of excuses.
Saying it because it's true. They're dummies. They're stupid. They're Trump humpers. They're leaky cheek lovers. They're pitiful. They're an embarrassment not only to the country but to themselves, and they don't even see it.
Yep.
You mad at this man because he committed crimes and he got to pay for them. When you can litter in your neighborhood, and if they get you on camera, they're going to lock you up for littering. You think he going to come to the jail and say, please let them out? He not studying you.
Tell them, Takesha.
Quit loving on this man. Quit laying down with his dolls at night, rubbing yourself while you have dreams about him, tickling your fancy. Let it go. Pray and ask the Lord to remove that stronghold.
Amen.
Because that's all it is. It's a stronghold. If you really were a saved person, you would know the Bible says, obey the laws of the land. Trump didn't do that. So he got to pay for what he did.
Hallelujah.
Y'all stop humping this man.
No lies
in the
detected.
alley like a dog. Cut it out. It's getting ridiculous. It has gotten ridiculous.
No, I wish I could say anything, but you've been 100% accurate, Takesha, and I have nothing to say but no lies detected.
Zeus, what makes me mad is the ones that say they are Christians. Who wouldn't know if you called out a scripture, they'll swear it was in a novel. They don't even know what the word of God says, but they swear they are these Christians. And for the woman that said you was a convicted felon.
Yeah, go ahead, get it. Go ahead.
The only reason she not one, because she won't turn her camera on. Because it's gotta be a crime to look like she look. If she turn that camera on, Zeus, she'll be under the jail. That face gotta be. Looking like that gotta be against the law. They ought to just pick her up for indecent exposure when she go out without covering her face. She's the felon. She killing us all with the way she looks. She's a murderer. Every time she go out with that face, she killing somebody. She's a murderer.
Woo! You are no lies detected! Oh my God!
That's why that man don't come home. I keep telling y'all, he at work groping his secretary, looking for a bridge to jump off of before he pull up in the driveway, because he hate going home to her. But he just going home for the kids. Bless his heart.
Tell him, Takesha, no lies
looking at that man is depressed coming home looking at her every day. That's why she stay on TikTok, Zeus. Rubbing herself, looking at you.
Oh, Lord!
She ain't getting that now, Zeus. She ain't getting that. That lady lonely. That's why she on TikTok all day. What happily married woman who husband giving her any attention sit on TikTok all day long?
I don't have any answers. I can't explain it.
That man ain't giving her no attention. That's what's wrong. She ain't getting no attention. Bless her little lonely
Tell
heart.
him, Takesha. Tell him, Takesha.
I'm not even gonna hold up no more time, but all that just pissed me off. I'm so sick of MAGA women. They just embarrassing, man.
They is. They don't realize it, but you called them out, and no lies detected, Takesha. All right, and you know what? I appreciate you for going places Zeus couldn't go with that. All right.
Yeah, I got your back, baby. I got your back.
Thank you, Takesha, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and give Takesha a round of applause. She was good. All right. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, we got to give Takesha another round of applause. Yeah. To that MAGA demon that just got it handed to her right there. You really do need to get off TikTok and spend some time with your husband, the one you claim that you got, but we all know is really your hostage. You're right, Ange. You're right. You know what that was, ladies and gentlemen? You're right, Ange. I got to give it to Takesha. All right. You know what we call that?
Fatality.
Yeah, that's a fatality right there. All right. All right, let's bring up our next panelist, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you see, we tried to be kind with MAGA. We really have been trying to be kind with these folks, ladies and gentlemen. But unfortunately, it's too hard to be kind with them when they're acting up like this. All right, and we gotta call them out when they're misbehaving. Good morning, Attacking. How are you doing?
Seriously, you're gonna bring me up after her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're right.
Oh Lord, have mercy on my soul with Takesha holding right after her. I'd rather be before her. Than
Right. I didn't know we were going to get such a treat. But you know what?
Holy crap! But I do have. I did receive an audio of said Bear. I think I remember it saying she donated $1,000 to Trump.
Oh, the same one that's been crying that they don't have any money on this app. They can't afford the eggs. Is that what they're? Why am I not surprised?
Yeah. So anyway, within that same group of people, I received a DM. I'm going to show you.
Oh my goodness! Wow, it's getting spicy out here.
Oh, sorry, but you can see the name right there.
Yes.
He said in that their broadcast. They're talking about me.
Oh, I can't get.
That's okay. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you what it says. It says that I'm afraid to debate him.
Oh my God, are you?
No, I put out a video and I said, hey, I got a message that you said that I'm afraid to debate you.
Oh.
So I made a video and I said, okay, my broadcast, you have to bring documents. Just
okay.
you and me in the box, and then I sent him a message to his page right there, and I laid out the 3 topics.
Okay, okay.
The current court case, Joe Biden in Ukraine, because they say that he's a criminal from that, right?
Right.
And then the stolen election.
Those are three solid topics that can be easily debated. And I think and knowing your pedigree, you can do that under 10 minutes attacking.
Oh, big time! But the thing is this: because I'm asking for documents, they're not going to come.
Well, listen to the individual that's in this photo. You've been there's an opportunity of a lifetime. You get to debate attacking, so please respond accordingly and come on into this. Go and have that debate so you can clear your name. All right. Show us you really know what you're talking about.
I think that's kind of funny. He wants to debate me. I thought that's a laugh because all he ever does is yell and scream. He never puts anything forth.
Right.
I said I don't even need to bring my A game. I can bring my D or F game with you, brother.
Diva, thank you, Diva. Right. Yeah, you're right, attacking.
But anyway. Just so you know, Michigan is probably going to indict Trump for the fake elector, so he'll have another felony charge.
So we got Michigan and possibly Arizona now, right?
Yeah. So
he's a criminal.
He's a criminal. But
I mean,
I'll drop right there because I can't come after Takesha.
I understand. And Takesha did a lot in just that small amount of time. It's very incredible what she's done. All right, but
yeah, I'm like sitting here in the corner as a small little clump of nothing after her.
Thank you. Right.
Everybody be good. Everybody be safe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Let's give Brother Attacking a round of applause. You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is a live of truth. For the most part, it should be mostly politics related, but when there's fake tea out there, sometimes we got to go this way and address it. So I do sincerely take accountability for the fact that I don't like to bring up what the fake tea is, but the level that these folks on the right have gone to in terms of the level of lowness is disgusting. Ever since Donald Trump has been convicted, the agreement that I struck with them, they didn't stick to it, but I'm still going to stick to it. I don't really want to bring any additional harm to them that they might be really experiencing on this app. But I just find it strange that they go out of their way to try to cause harm to myself or others on this app. Just because Donald Trump has been convicted, it's the most bizarre thing, if you ask me. All right, let's bring up Shay. Good morning, Shay. How are you doing?
Good morning. How's everybody?
Oh, another day in the kingdom tending to the affairs. All right.
Well, breaking news, my friend.
What's that?
So, you guys were just talking about Michigan and Arizona, right?
Correct.
Wisconsin. This morning, Attorney General Josh Gowell has filed charges against Kenneth Chesebro, James Trupis, and Michael Ronan in relation to the 2020 fake elector scheme in Wisconsin.
Woo, we get them in all 50 states. We're going to tie him up the rest of their lives.
Absolutely. Each one are facing one count of forgery, a felony, in Dane County Circuit Court. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
So that means all the swing states are now prosecuting these fake electors in the scheme because Donald Trump and his minions tried to overthrow the election. They literally were the ones interfering in the election. They were the ones literally rigging and trying to steal the election.
Yeah, it's so funny to me.
Wake up.
Wow.
7 states, that's right, April. I mean,
wow.
Wake up, people. It is clear who was rigging and stealing the election.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What does this say at this point if you're still on TikTok 4 years later and you believe the big lie that it was rigged?
Yeah. You're everything Takesha just said about you. 100%. You're dumb as a rock. You're just dumb. Like,
wow.
When are you going to wake up? Like, this is it.
Wow.
This was the attempt to allow him to stay in office. He lost. He knew he lost. He was told he lost. He was told it was secure. Everyone around him, his security advisors, his attorney generals, his daughter, everybody was telling him, "Hey, nothing went wrong here. Enough. You lost. You knew you were going to lose. That's why you asked the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by in September."
Wow.
Like, you knew they had a scheme in place to, if he lost, how they were going to do it. And thank God that Mike Pence, for once, had the gonads to stand up and do the right thing.
Wow.
And it just, because we were, I mean, you can't see my hand, but you can imagine, we're this close to losing our republic/democracy, whatever you call it.
Right.
It just, guys, we have an election in 5 months. Get your head out of your butt. And please, because he's gonna lose again. I mean, 1 out of 3 Republicans don't want him. 49% of independents don't want him. 20 to 30% of the primaries are today, by the way. So it's going to be interesting. I'm not exactly, somebody can tell me. I think Georgia, y'all tell me what the primaries are today.
New Jersey, where is it at?
New Jersey.
I think it's in DC too, I think, right?
Okay.
But yeah, does anyone have, let me see. I thought I had a photo of it. No, I don't have a photo.
Yeah, what are the primaries today? So it's going to be interesting. Is it New Jersey, Deb? Okay, sweetie. I thought there were a couple others, but maybe not. I'm reading the chat because our friends are so intelligent. Help us out.
Yeah.
New Mexico. Okay. New York. Oh, okay. Look at you guys. Love you guys.
Yeah. Make sure everyone knows what Shay, right? That's a good thing to call out.
So primaries are today. So the first primaries after the conviction of Trump. So let's see, because it's been 17% to 25% for Nikki Haley and all the other primaries.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if he loses even more support among his Republican base due to the convictions.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see. So they'll give us kind of a view as to what we got going on. And we still got 5 months. So looks like hopefully the ceasefire will go into place between Palestine or Hamas and Israel.
And he got the executive order, right, coming out?
Yes, he's got the executive order to go ahead and close the border because, that he wants, listen, all you, he could have done this 4 years ago. Guys, he wants legislation done. He is a legislator. He was in the Senate for 37 years. He wants legislation. He knows an immigration bill is needed. He tried to get it done when he was vice president under Obama. They have been pushing a border bill for a long time, but you guys don't know this because you're new to politics. You had this.
Thank you, Shay.
You had this political, non-political guy. He's an outsider. That sounds good. That's where you are, and so you need to understand he really wanted, he'd love to just put it on his resume. Yep, got an immigration bill done. Finally, been needing it for 40 years since Reagan did the Amnesty Act and allowed so many people to come in. Over 10 million. Guys, this has been going on for a long time, Stop buying the BS. Plus, the border crossings have dropped over 57%. Under Biden, things are much slower than they were. If you notice, they haven't really been talking about the border lately. Have you noticed that? I wonder why. Because the crossings are majorly down.
Oh.
Have you noticed? There's not been all this propaganda videos about, these men of military age is crossing. It's crossing. Yeah.
So let's before you get out of here, Shay. So let's make sure we explain this very clearly. They were crying about the economy. How's the economy doing?
Raging. It's amazing. It's doing well.
Oh.
I mean, stock market hit a 40,000 first time ever. Yeah. Okay. Now 17,000. Yep.
And they were crying about immigration.
Yeah.
And you're saying the crossings are down.
Yep. If I had 57%. Yep.
They were crying about let's say what else have they been crying about out here on the internet?
Oh, the election being rigged and stolen.
Okay. And that's been addressed.
I think we realized. Yeah, I think we realized.
And they said it was election interference, right? Because Donald Trump got indicted, but Hunter Biden got indicted too.
Right, Hunter Biden, Bob Menendez, Cuellar.
Okay. Okay.
We got a lot of Democrats being indicted. Cori Bush.
Okay, see, this is what I'm saying. So it
Mhm.
seems to me like everything they've been complaining about has been addressed by President Biden, right?
Yes.
So why do we need Donald Trump again?
Good question.
I don't think we need him. Everything's under control.
Oh, everything's under control. He's gotten us out of, they were crying about Fauci yesterday and still talking about the pandemic. I was like, we're through the pandemic.
Yeah.
Well, if you didn't get vaccinated and you didn't wear a mask, whatever, we're over all of that. That was your choice.
Thank you.
Enough is enough. Y'all trying to demonize Fauci and not call him a doctor like we care, Marjorie Taylor Greene. By the way, she's got a competitor. I think he's a major military guy that's running against her. Yeah, so she's got someone that's trying to get her off the ticket. So good luck to him. So
all right.
But anyway, all right, guys.
All right. Thank you so much.
Woo-hoo. I know. All right. Bye, everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Shay. No lies detected.
Love you guys.
Love you too. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, it sounds to me like President Biden is taking care of all of the loose ends that the Republicans have been complaining about. So now that that's all been taken care of, all right, thank you, Rick. Now that everything they've been complaining about has been addressed by President Biden, there's really no reason to bring chaos back into this country as far as I'm concerned. So yes, more of a reason to vote blue. All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. All right, who do we got next? Wow, we got a bunch of heavy hitters today. Oh my gosh. Good morning, April. How are you doing?
Good morning, Zeus.
All right.
So I'm gonna tail in off to Keisha and Shay and what you were talking about. Of everything they're complaining about.
Okay.
So, whenever I talk to a Trump supporter or quotation MAGA,
yeah,
and wanting to have actual conversation with them. And want facts brought up and have a discussion.
Right.
Example, hey, what do you think about the 34 counts, guilty plea?
Right.
I don't hear nothing. Then you know what comes out?
What's that?
Biden sniffs heads. Biden sniffing heads. So I'm starting a club. It's hair clubs for Biden. Hair clubs for Biden.
Tell him, April.
He has passed 400 bipartisan laws that's helped the American people. Man, come sniff my head. Just come on.
Hey, bro.
I mean, Jesus. Really? I mean, that's what they go to, the right-wing propaganda. I'm so sick of the Ashley Biden diary. You can actually go look at the court document.
Okay.
Her letter, I've got it, and if anybody wants to see it, I'll show it to them.
Yeah.
The letter from Ashley Biden stating that it's all wrong, and the attack and the portrayal they're putting out there is incorrect, and how horrible it was.
Yeah, what I understood about it was they stole her diet. She left it and it got stolen, right? And they wouldn't give it back, and then they put out misinformation about what was in it. That's what I understand about it.
Absolutely, and she wrote a letter to the. It's never been verified by the DOJ or the FBI, which they claim. Oh, it's verified. It's verified. It's all true. But you can go look. It's never been verified by the DOJ or FBI. They can't verify. So it's a little ridiculous. Do you not get tired of hearing the excuses? We bring up something that's really happening.
Right.
And it's so bad that Biden smells hair.
Oh my
God.
Or he might read the word pause, right? And then they go, okay. He doesn't know how to read the teleprompter correctly. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. But then they'll turn around and say Biden is running, he's weaponized the DOJ and going after his political opponents, right? He's Crooked Joe.
Oh yeah, he's going after it. Oh, we never heard the entire campaign, lock her up, lock her up. He's going to use his campaign. He's going to use his cabinet. He's going to lock her up.
Lies.
Never heard that. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
we forgot what was going on. But yeah, I'm just really tired. I mean, I would love to have a conversation with these people, but when you know they're influenced by right wing propaganda, they're looking at
I got that, April.
but it's really tiring because this is
I got that, April.
but it's really tiring because this is a threat to our country. If an example of January 6th on what he did to try to stay in office, it's disgusting. It's ridiculous. And just please come and join my hair club for Biden, and let him know what kind of shampoo you wear.
Yeah.
And let him sniff, because really we're comparing a lifetime of corrupted and criminal behavior by Trump.
Amen.
Really, people.
Tell them.
Jeez, it's just so tiring. But this is for our democracy, and we aren't paid. I'd love to be paid. Soros, DNC, somebody. Yeah, I'd love to be paid.
Are you on a pallet management too, April? Because
No.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I've heard that I was, and I would love to get somebody to actually give me my paycheck that I'm due, right? Because I've been doing this for a while, and you have been too. So if you know pallet management and you can get them to give me my paycheck, please hook a brother up. All right, seriously.
Yeah, hook a sister up now. Come on now. Hey, we broke here, so Soros. So all these people, they just find it unbelievable that we care about our country and the state of the American people, that we won't do this for nothing.
Right.
It's unbelievable. They just can't understand it.
Yeah.
I guess we just need to learn to be better grifters and con people like Trump.
All
But
right.
everyone,
Tell 'em, April.
it's absolutely what Shay and Takesha and I was saying. It's comprehension, it's incapacity to learn anything new. We just got to keep doing what we're doing, and join the hair club. Shut this down. This spreading, sniffing kids. We got to shut it down. So join the hair club for Biden. And we'll go around, make a video of us sniffing hairs. I love my grandbabies' heads.
You got it. You got it, April. You got it. All right.
Have a great day, Zeus.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful April. No lies detected. Hey, April. They're asking, are you going live? Now, wait a minute. Where's that MAGA demon, Phoenix? Phoenix, you wanted to come up in the box, Phoenix. Send me a guest request. Where are you at, Phoenix? And you said we need to bring a real Republican up here, Phoenix. All right, Phoenix, where are you at, Phoenix? Because the platform is open to anyone that's willing to be honest. All right, but yes, you're going live, April. Okay, I guess Phoenix has left the building. All right. But yes, if you don't agree with anything that we're saying, and you actually, Phoenix is gone, and you actually have evidence to support why you believe what you believe, please send it up. Because if you come up and you got new evidence, we would definitely love to hear it. Sean, no, that's not right about Biden's approval rating. Cut it out. All right, so let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Who else do we got? All right, who else? I see. Okay. We got someone new. Deb, greetings, Deb. How are you doing?
Oh, hi. Good morning, Zeus.
Good morning. This is our first time doing business?
No, it's not. No, this is actually my second time. I'm a little insulted because you follow everybody back but me that day.
Oh, maybe
you're my family. You guys are my community. But anyway, I wanted to say something about sniffing. They accuse Biden of sniffing hair. April, great idea for the hair club. I'm in. But if you listen carefully to Donald Trump's speeches, whose nose is really doing all the sniffing?
What are you doing?
Revolutionary War. I don't know if you can hear me sniffing, but
oh no!
I can barely hear you. I'm not real great at this.
Oh no! Can
But
you hear me?
anyway, hold
I hear
on,
the
hold on.
sniffing.
Oh my lord, I have issues. I have issues. I apologize.
Wow.
Go ahead. I hear you now.
Okay, yeah, I heard you sniffing, and I was
Oh,
concerned
okay.
what you were sniffing because the way that sniffing sounds, it sounds like you got a nasty habit that you need to kick too.
Yes, sir. Yes, I am familiar with it actually, and I
Oh,
know, not personally, no, not me, but
I get it.
yeah.
But you're saying Donald Trump does a lot of sniffing though.
Yes, he does. Everybody, listen closely to his speeches.
No, Sean. It's not like Hunter. It's like Donald Trump, and
No, 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 honey. Listen,
maybe Don Jr. too.
especially the speeches lately. His crazy talk, after his politicized conviction. Jesus.
Yeah.
But yes, since all the trial and everything went down, if you listen real closely to some of the things, he's been putting out little things. He's sniffing. His interview with who he did an interview just recently. I think it was with Fox. I don't follow that.
Yeah, Fox and Friends.
Yeah,
Fox
I
and Friends.
YouTube Midas Touch. I'm into the Midas Touch.
Okay, those
great
are good
people, intelligent people. But anyway, so yeah, if they really want to, learn about sniffing, they can go to Trump and he'll teach you, and then you can come back to us and we'll sign you up free for April's Hair Club.
Amen, amen.
But anyway, and also, I just wanted to say, I have been a part of this community since some of you guys got started.
Oh, really?
Diva, I'm not sure. I've been on for about a year and a half, I guess, on the political side of TikTok.
Okay.
TikTok scared me because during the pandemic, everybody was saying how bad it was. And I love that kind of stuff, but I had responsibilities with my husband I had to deal with, and I know me.
Right.
If I went on TikTok and looked at all those funny videos, I'd be addicted. So I stayed away.
Right.
He, unfortunately, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, he passed away.
Right.
So I came on again, and I hooked up with you, Shay, April, Ange, Diva, Politics.
Good.
RC Dubs. Like I don't come up a whole lot, Zeus, because I really don't. I hear a lot of good information, and when I go to share it on the live, it leaves my brain because I have so much in there I want to share. But another time.
Yes.
Thank you for having me up. Have a great day.
All right,
and
you
I feel
too.
honored, Zeus. I feel
You're
honored.
welcome.
This is the second time you brought me up.
All right, well, I gave you a follow back as well. All right, maybe
Thank
that day.
you.
Sometimes I max out on my followers and I gotta clear them. So
I did hear you say that, so I get it. I was just playing with you.
All right.
But I knew I would get you eventually.
Fair enough. All right, Deb. Well,
All
ladies
right.
and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful
Have
Deb
a great
round.
day in the kingdom, folks.
All right, let's give Deb a round of applause. No lies protected.
You'll have to drop me though, hon.
Oh my goodness. All right. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Let's go ahead and drop. Okay, there you go. All right. Now let's move it along. I seen a MAGA demon in the audience real quick. And I want to make sure I address this MAGA demon real quickly before I get up out of here, all right? Okay. Okay. Oh, there she is. Come on up here, Blondie. Come on. Blondie, come on up here. You've earned it, all right, Blondie? Come on up here and explain to Zeus what it is that's grinding your gears this morning, Blondie. Come on, Blondie. Blondie, where did you go? Oh my goodness. I mean, listen, don't just sit in my comment section and cry in the comments. If you believe you've been wronged somehow, come on up here and explain. I will let you get it out. All right, I really will. All right, let's go. Okay, let's do it again like this. All right, Blondie, come on, Blondie. There you go, Blonde. I sent you a guest request. All right, we don't got all morning to play around. All right, either you're serious or you're not. Blondie is in Russia. Look at this, Blondie. They're saying you're from Russia. They're saying you're a bot. They're saying that perhaps it is you who are the liar. Maybe you're the liar. Did one of those Russian bears instruct you to come into my kingdom and try to be a disruptor? Blondie, what's the issue? You see, the problem is you don't want to actually put any meat on those bones, all right? And I think that right there is grounds for dismissal. Ladies and gentlemen, join me up here and say what she's been saying in the comment section, which means to me she knows that she's a liar. Let's give her a round of boos and shame. You're a liar. Okay, yeah, and that trial that happened in New York, Blondie, that was a real conviction, and it's going to stand the test of time. You just watch, all right? Good morning.
Hey, Zeus.
Good morning.
My partner in crime.
What's going on, Miss Boss Diva? Tell him.
Hardworking.
Thank you.
And just all around wonderful.
Well, you're looking mighty fine yourself, Miss Boss Diva. All right, keep up the good work, all right?
So, you want to hear this song that I've been singing ever since I actually came across it?
No. Kingdom Dre, that conviction will be overruled and overturned.
It's funny that you say that.
And that's a brother, it looks like, Boss Diva. Would you got some words for this brother?
Yeah, I got some coon spray for him. That's what I do have. I got some coon spray.
Yeah.
But you interrupted me, dude. You know, chill out.
Yeah.
This is what I've been singing. I love that song. Ever since I found that song, I've been singing it ever since I got guilty. You guilty as hell.
That's a good song. I need that. You got that posted on your page?
Oh, shout out King Willonius from Instagram. Shout out, baby, because that is a fire song. And
okay. I gotta go check that out.
Yeah, it's only 30 seconds long, 32 seconds long, but still worth the share and everything.
It's still worth the play. Yeah, it definitely hits. It's hitting hard.
Yeah, actually it became Riggs' favorite one too, because he was like, it's very creative, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. But
the internet is undefeated once again. And there are, of course, many other songs that, and it came out with. So I'm going to be on the hunt for some more of those. But, yeah, guilty as hell.
Tell them.
Okay, guilty as hell. 34 felony counts, and there is no way that he is going to dance around that.
Right.
Okay, we're going to remind him. And matter of fact, welcome to TikTok, Orange Jesus, because we're going to make sure we remind you a felony every single second that you own this app. Whoever you got representing you, they gonna know too.
Oh, Kingdom Dre, the actual crime is falsifying business records in the first degree. Thank you for asking.
Okay, so we definitely need some repellent for you.
Mm-hmm. Where's she going?
I was just looking at Kingdom Dre's profile. I gotta check them out.
Yeah.
But of course, usually they don't have no content and they just full of crap.
Oh.
So it's same old song with Kingdom Dre. But sad situation. And dang on well, Trump don't do nothing for you. Ain't gonna do nothing for you. As a matter of fact, he gonna make your life even more of a living hell than it already is. So I feel sorry for you. Cool.
Yeah, tell him.
I do. I feel sorry for you in the sense that you are basically creating your own demise. So everybody free in this country to do, vote how they want to vote, think how they want to think.
Yeah.
That don't make it right. You know what I mean? And I feel sorry for your mama. I feel sorry for your daughter if you got one.
Wow.
Any girlfriend, boyfriend. Wow. I feel sorry for anybody that's in your circle.
Wow.
They're definitely not safe around you.
Wow.
And that's the truth.
That's how deranged he is, huh?
Absolutely. Absolutely deranged. I mean, look at his profile picture, yo.
Yeah, I seen
it. Goodness gracious, his head is bigger than the circle that they you know what I mean? It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you full of Trump.
Yeah.
Got Trump tattooed on your brain. You probably got one on his thigh meat too. You know,
nasty. These Trump supporters, I tell you, they go to they know how to be nastier than nasty. I've never seen anything like this. All right.
Yeah, really, really, really evil. You know, I mean, dudes like Jason Electric. You know, I mean, you know, he would be in it alive like that. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sopping up all his crumbs from his table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just looking ridiculous up there, man. That's why I don't go on them panels. I don't go on them panels, Zeus, because I have 10,000 accounts that have been banned me 10,000 times because I would really...
I understand.
I can't. I just can't.
Tell them. But listen, anyway, someone got to do the dirty work, all right? And
I mean, you know, I do some dirty work. Don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? But I'm just not going to be subjecting myself to a lot of that ignorance, all the time. Like, you know, it's good. It's bad enough that when I'm on here or, you know, if I'm on Straight Facts or wherever else I'm at, we got enough of that. You know what I mean? So for me to go and seek that out, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, you know.
Well, we all have our, basketball teams. You got different positions, I get it, all right? But
it's all good.
You're my partner in crime, and we're going to continue to do what we've been doing, which is making...
how we do it, and it's going to get done.
Amen, all right?
Much love to you, Zeus. You know
all
what
right,
I'm saying?
Much love.
As always, thank you for having me up.
All right, you're welcome. Day. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Miss Boss Diva. No lies detected. Oh, David, I would have loved to had you come up real quick. Okay, yeah. I think we got a quick Magademon. Listen, the time is, we are approaching that time where I got to get up out of here, but there's one individual out there. I'm trying to talk to a Trump supporter today, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at that. Tino, you don't want to come up here and put any meat on that bone, all right? So I get it. You're going to stick to being in the comment section with the rest of your friends that are liars. Fair enough. All right, well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, Zeus has to get out of here and tend to other affairs. You know what? Don't boo me. Don't boo me. Listen to this. I tried, but I got to get out of here. All right, but before I do, I'm going to give, you all deserve a round of applause. You really do. All right, but this one is special. This one goes out to all the subscribers, to all the gifters, to the panelists, to the moderators. You all continue to do an outstanding job helping to keep this show exciting, educating, and entertaining. Thank you. If I didn't get to you today, it doesn't mean I don't love you at all. It just means I have other things that I have to kind of get into, all right? But before we go, we got to give one more final round of booze and shame. This boo and shame goes out to all of the Zeus haters out there. Not just my haters, but these are also your haters. These people get on TikTok day in and day out and promote misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin, all right? They promote evil. They promote racism. They promote bigotry, misogyny, and they're sexist, xenophobic, nasty folks, all right? They're not Christians. They're hypocrites, all right? They're not patriots. They're traitors. Let's give them our final round of booze and shame. Especially that David individual in my chat and all the other, hold on.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All you Trump supporters who I sent guest requests to come up here and defend your position, you're not weak. You're not strong, you're weak. You're nothing but cowards, all right? And I don't ever want to see you again. As far as I'm concerned, may you rest in hell. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here.
Who opens most handsome in the kingdom?
And I really am the most handsome. Have a great one, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Thank you, Jackie.
Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare
destroyed and steamrolled on TikTok. You're an embarrassment to yourself. You're an embarrassment to this country. You're a disgrace to this nation. Let's go. Yeah, David, it's really sad that you're still believing Donald Trump 4 years later, actually 8 years later, David. You're an embarrassment to this country. You're a disgrace. I love you all right, Harry, I see you. Liz, thank you. T, I see you. Slick as Rick. All right, Miss Mostiva. Dark Gazzy, I see you. TikTok rocker. All right. All you Trump supporters, you're an embarrassment. I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose. Miss Mostiva, I see you. Rio, let's go. Ready? Let's go. Mr. Knight, you're low IQ and you're ill-informed. Carvey, let's go. Cold as the day. David, I'm your master. All right, what that mean, David? If you're serving me, I'm your master, David, and I'm doing what I'm doing. What that make you? Shannon Smith, love you. Garvey, thank you. Joe, 2 Bulls. Hey, MAGA, I told you I won't allow you to be victims around me. You're never going to be victims around Zeus. You're the harassers and abusers. You're traitors. You know it. Hey. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. Hey. Black Honey. Queen Play. All right, Cali Love, let's go. You all have a great rest of your morning. What a great show. Yes. Music is on Apple Music. You can go check it out. Brown Eyes. Hey! Oh, Blue, I see you. Liz, I thought you were on my side, Liz, but I see you're on the other side. Liz, you're a liar.
I just want to find 11,780. One more than we have.
And that'll get you a RICO case. That you see that? All right. Reggie! Let's hit him with the Jack Smith remix. Mary, let's go!
He's deranged. Jack Smith.
He's deranged.
Jack Smith.
He's deranged.
Jack Smith.
He's deranged.
Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith.
Here he goes, Petey.
Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
Hey, Petey and David, if you're still in here and you're crying, all right, let me explain to you how this election's going to work out. This is how Donald Trump sounds, all right, before the election's results come in. Listen to how he sounds.
We're going to win so much. We're going to win at every level. We're going to win economically. We're going to win with the economy. We're going to win with military. We're going to win with healthcare and for our veterans.
Right.
We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning.
Remember, Petey?
Say, please.
Remember this, Petey? No, you do need to hear it, Petey.
Can't take it anymore.
Listen to him.
Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning.
Petey,
we have to win
spread them,
more.
Petey.
We're going to win more.
We're going to win more, Petey. Spread them for Daddy, Petey. This is how he talks, right? But then, Petey, remember what happened when the result of the election came out? Petey, remember? This is how Trump sounded. Listen to all the enthusiasm. Listen, it's gone.
It's such a big night.
This is for you, Petey.
Just take a look at all of these states that we've won tonight. And then you take a look at the kind of margins that we've won them by. And all of a sudden, it's not like we're up 12 votes and we have 60% left. We won states, and all of a sudden, I said, what happened to the election?
You lost.
It's off.
Yeah.
And we have all these announcers saying, what happened? And then they say, oh, because you know what happened? They knew they couldn't win.
Really?
So they said, let's go to court. And did I predict this, Newt? Did I say this?
Did I predict this,
I've been saying this from the day I heard they were going to send out tens of millions of ballots. I said exactly because either they were going to win.
Wave the white flag, PD. Come on.
Take us to court. So Florida was a tremendous victory.
And this is my favorite part, PD.
76,000 votes with almost nothing left. And all of a sudden, everything just stopped.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country.
Oh, my God. Oh,
we were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
PD and David, do y'all see that right there? What happened to all the energy? You mean to tell me you spreaded him for him like that and you didn't win, PD? Get ready, you're about to do it again. All right, I gotta drop the bomb and get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what that means.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
That's right, PD. You ain't black. You ain't nothing but a modern day slave. I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Take care.